Sometimes IELTS reading could be frustrating if you find yourself not having enough time to answer all three passages.
Or if you understand the passages but you can't find the answers just fast enough, well, you're in the right place. In this series, we're going through all Cambridge 15 reading questions, explaining how to find the answers effectively.
So stay tuned.
The first thing that we need to pay attention to is that there are no alphabet letters beside the paragraphs. Let's take a look at the next passage of the same test together. As you can see here, there are actually alphabet letters beside each paragraph. These passages will require a different strategy, which we'll cover in the upcoming videos, but for now, let's focus on the first passage together. Since there are no alphabet letters, we don't need to read all the paragraphs with all the sentences. Just keywords will take us to the answers.
Alright, this is a sentence completion question type. We need to bear in mind that the answers of these questions in the passage are in order. That means question 2 is after question 1, and the same goes on. The title is Nutmeg and the Fruit, so all the questions should be about nutmeg and the fruit. Okay, let's try to find the word nutmeg. There is one over here, another one here, but in the paragraph 3, it talks about Portuguese began. So it's not talking about the tree anymore, and it's talking about something completely different. It's safe to say that the answers of all the questions, 1, 2, 3, 4, are in paragraph 1 and 2. You can see paragraph 1 and 2, questions 1 to 4. Let's focus on question 1. It talks about the leaves of the tree. So let's find the leaves of the tree in the passage. The first sentence is talking about the size of the tree. So this is no good. The next two lines talk about the history of the tree because we have 18th century over here and a lot of places here. So this is no good either. The next sentence talks about the leaves. We found it. Question 1 is asking us what shape the tree is in. So here we need to find the word that talks about the shape of the tree. The answer should then be oval. Okay, question 2. The keyword for question 2 is fruit. The green part talks about the fruit. Now let's read the beginning of the question 2. It says, surrounds the fruit. Now look at the green part and tell me what surrounds the fruit. Can you find the word? Yes, you guessed it. The answer is fleshy husk. But wait, here it says one word only, so we need to remove fleshy. The answer would be husk.
Now, let's focus on question 3. Question 3 is no longer talking about the tree, but rather about spice. Let's go to the passage and see which part talks about spice. As we skim through the passage, we can see some irrelevant information here about size and color, so we shall skip this part quickly. As you can see, this part talks about both spices, nutmeg and mace, and their sources. But question 3 is only asking us about the spice nutmeg. To be able to tell which is which, we need to know about the words former and latter. Former means first and latter means second. Here, the spice nutmeg is mentioned first, and the text says the former being produced from dried seed. So, dried seed is used to make spice nutmeg. Since we're not allowed to use two words, we're going to write seed here. As for the last question, we only need to know what is produced from arrow. As we talked about it in the previous question, this part mentions both the spices. And the text says, the latter is produced from the aril. The latter, which means the second, is maize, so the answer to question 4 is maize. Well, this is the end of this video. In the next video, we're going to cover questions 5 to 7. Very important, very problematic.
We're going to go through the strategies specifically for this question type. So if you don't want to miss our next video, please subscribe to our channel.